Yes, what guys' stats are. So off the bat, you can already see Allegro is the best player on our team. 88 overall, 87 speed, 90 excel. I don't know why this guy wanted to come play for us so bad. He could have gone literally to any school in the country, but we'll take him.
D-Mark got that heat.
Hill crusher, man. Look, check me out. Said I really want my city, I be trapping day and night. Tell them pussies I'm on murder, I know they don't wanna fight. If we see the ops in traffic, slide the doors and hit the lights. If I jump out with this bitch, I bet he run like Jay Rice. Swear I turned into a demon, nigga should've took my life. I can't lay up with no holo, bitch, you cannot stay tonight. I got pimpin' in my blood, I'm to a bitch like Money Mike. I was following a dark path, I swear I seen the light. Execute the only option, niggas don't know how to fight. Took the long way through hell, I swear this shit been a hike. I was searching for a way out, meditated, lock my sight. Put a sight on the chop, you can't get hit from any height. Bitch, I'm with that. If I ever told you, then I love you, then I meant that. If we scream it's war, I'll make a call and I can get that. Them niggas is pussy, if I spin, he get a shit crack. I'm a young nigga from the hill, you better king that. Across the chessboard, watch me move. You never seen a nigga do what I could do.
Welcome back to the Western Michigan Rebuild Dynasty, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you missed our last live stream, we did the off-season, which entailed the players leaving, coaching changes. We didn't have any. The big thing, though, was the transfer portal and signing day, who we brought in freshman-wise, transfer-wise. We brought in a really good class. Not only some of the best high school players, a lot of gems, but also some really good transfers from a lot of D1 schools I'm really excited about. So today, we get to see, because we didn't scout any of the transfers, and you don't really get to see what the overall numbers are for anybody, especially not the high school kids. So we're going to see what those overall numbers are today. It's kind of a big reveal. And then we'll also see what the transfers are rated as well. We'll do position changes. We'll look at the depth chart. We'll do all the preseason stuff. Get the recruiting board going. Set the schedule. All that fun stuff. Training results obviously is mixed in there too. So this is always a fun episode. And without any further ado, we're ready to get into it. So off we go. Season 2, Western Michigan. What do we got? So here's how we ended up. We got a quarterback this year, a 3-star. We ended up getting this transfer running back from Rutgers, I want to say, Dalton Briggs. He's a sophomore. I don't know if that means he's a sophomore coming in or if he is going to be a junior when he actually gets on campus. I guess we'll find out. I assume that means he's going to be a sophomore, so that means he would have a decent amount of eligibility left. We brought in one receiver, transfer from, I want to say Arkansas, from Homa, freshman. Really cool name, too. Melo Nani, maybe is how you say that. Top 25 wide receiver transfer. We brought in a freshman tight end, Bakari Dukes from Illinois. Really hammered Illinois hard in this recruiting class. He's a gem, 6'4", 251, big dude, and more of a receiver. So kind of a best of both worlds kind of thing there. All right, getting back to what I was doing, though. Offensive line, we didn't bring in any tackles. I think we needed some tackles. Didn't get any transfers, didn't sign any out of high school. I don't think it's a pressing concern, but we brought in a lot of guards, a lot of interior guys, and worst case scenario, they can kick out and play a little bit of tackle, not a big deal. So a couple 3-stars out of high school there. We brought in one center. This guy, Josh, can play center. He can play guard. He can play a couple different positions. So, wherever we need him to play, he will play. I think he can play D-line even, too. Defensive end, we did a good job of between high school and the transfer portal. So we got three guys out of high school, a couple gems. And then transfer here, Glenn Regis, a freshman. I forget where he played before. I want to say like Notre Dame or something like that, maybe, if I remember correctly. And then Justice Clapp, also a freshman transfer there at defensive end. One defensive tackle, Owen Hill from Pontiac, Michigan. He is a transfer, actually. He's from, I want to say, Iowa. This was all in the last live stream. I can go back and double check and make sure, but I think he's from Iowa. So he's a transfer, one of the best on the market. And then we did 2 and 2 here, high school, and then transfer linebackers. Really excited about middle linebackers. So 2 guys here that are really fast and athletic out of high school. This is the #1 middle linebacker transfer in the country. Christian Allegro from Wisconsin, I want to say. He's a transfer junior, so he's very fast. He's very athletic. We'll get to see what his speed, acceleration, and all that stuff was pretty soon. And then Byron Pounds as well, a sophomore transfer from Milwaukee. Moving back to the secondary, one out of high school, Clay Stokely, and then this guy here, a freshman transfer at corner, who's 6'2", which I really like. 6'2", good length. 3 free safeties, all out of high school. Good athleticism, good tackling, good speed. And then 1 and 2 here, Avery Hakeem, one of our better signees, strong safety, and then Marable and Helton, both transfers that we got. And then we got both our kicker and our punter, which we needed. 45, number 1 in the conference, 28 total signees, 27 3-stars. We got Ali Egger, who's the 4-star, and pretty much just blew out the rest of the conference. That's a really good class right there. Real quick, here's a look at where we signed guys from out of the portal. So Pounds is from Notre Dame, Hill's from Iowa. This is the corner. I'm sorry. The receiver's also from Arkansas, but this corner's from Arkansas. Marable's from Purdue. I feel like that's a player in real life too, Marable. I remember following him recruiting-wise. Dalton Biggs here, from Rutgers. Alioga's from Wisconsin. Regis is from Notre Dame. Claps from Vatech, Arkansas. And then we didn't get this guy. I don't think I wanted him, though maybe I should have gotten him, from Iowa. Okay, moving on. That's signing day. That's what we got coming in. Position changes. I think now is when we'll be able to see, what guys' stats are. So off the bat, you can already see Allegro is the best player on our team. 88 overall, 87 speed, 90 excel. I don't know why this guy wanted to come play for us so bad. He could have gone literally to any school in the country, but we'll take him. By the way, he was listed as a transfer junior. He is a senior. So I guess what it means is if you're a transfer and it says freshman, you're actually going to be a sophomore, it sounds like. So 87 speed, 82 acceleration, 6'4", 240. Guy's a stud. Hopefully that translates well to the field. Who else we got? Here's the corner from Arkansas. 80 overall, 89 speed, 89 excel, and he's got that 6'2" length. Lovely. 99 change of direction, by the way. That's unreal. Helton, he's been on our team. I don't think he was a transfer. Why don't we go by position? Why don't we do it that way? Here's Barr. Here's that freshman. 66 overall, 80 speed, 88 acceleration, 87 throw power is already better than our starter. His accuracy is a little bit lower, but damn, that's pretty damn good. Let's see. This is our backup quarterback. He's the same overall. I don't think there's any way in God's green earth this guy can play any other position than backup quarterback. So that's that. Nothing really to change there. Here's what we're looking at running back. Dalton Biggs, the transfer from Rutgers, 75 overall. He's a smaller guy, so 89 speed, 88 excels, a little bit slow for a guy of his stature, but he's the best running back on our team until Hickson does his training results, and he's going to bump up past him, I'd imagine. He's going to start for us anyway. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch right there, though. East is at 71. I want to see if we could find a place for some of these other guys. Like Hartwell came in and ran the ball well for us, but, I mean, he's 4th on the depth chart right now. So I wonder if we might be able to get him to a different spot on the field. Doesn't really look like it. Looks like he's just going to have to be a journeyman running back. So that's that. Nothing I could change there, but you get a good look at Biggs. Moving to wide receiver. This is fullback. Moving to wide receiver. Radley, he was on our team last year. Here's the transfer from Arkansas, so he's a sophomore now. 93 speed. 90 acceleration. That is unreal. And he's 6'5". Oh my God, this dude. I don't know why he's so low overall wise. He's got 79 catch, 81 catch in traffic, 88 spectacular catch. I don't understand why this guy is rated so low. Maybe it's his route running or something, but damn. That's a good football player right there. Anybody that we need to move around here? Not looking like it. These guys are just depth pieces. All right, moving to tight end. Here's that freshman Dukes, 64 overall. It's kind of, honestly, a little bit lower than I thought that he would be. But 82 speed, 77 excel, 77 catching. 78 catching traffic's already better than our returning tight end here, Stabline, or whatever the hell. All right. Might need to move some guys around here along the offensive line. We got a 79 overall left tackle. He's going to get up into the 80s once we get the training results back. 80 left guard, Roseman. Man, we got a good offensive line so far, it looks like. This will get up to about 78, hopefully 77, 78 at center. We maybe should try to find a place for this guy. He's a senior, and he's the backup right now. Looks like he'd be a good guard. So that's intriguing. What was our left guard? 80 overall, so he can't go there. He could play right guard, though. So I think we're going to slide him over to right guard for sure. That's awesome. Glad that he could find a place to play. All right, right guard. Boom. Yes, I do want to do that. Sweet. So he bumps up 5 overall points. I don't know why he's much better at guard than center. That's interesting to me. But damn, we're going to have a really good offensive line on paper. Hopefully that translates to the game. So here are the freshmen. Well, here's one of them, actually. Randall. Don't think we missed anybody. 68 overall. So he's on pace to develop better than Biggers did, who's our center right now. And he's already ahead of Castellanos, who we brought in last year. But he'll train. Here's our right guard situation. Here's those 2 freshmen, Goff and Joy. No relation to Jared, I don't believe. We're going to slide. How's our backup left guard looking? 66 overall. Leave it as is, and it's not a big deal. We got a lot of depth at right tackle, though. We should slide one of those guys over to. Well, we got 4 and what is it? 2 of them? Yeah, we should slide one of these guys over there just for kicks. Make it 3 and 3. There you go. Okay. We got a lot of right tackles. So this is going to be our starter, Jack Parker, 80 overall. Backups is 74. His backups is 73, and then his backups is 70. Can this guy play anywhere else at a high level? He'd be a 75 right guard. I think that's exactly what the guy that we just slid over there is. He'd be a 73 center, but our center right now is 73 overall. How about this guy? Damn! Yo, this dude. Wait, was that Parker? Okay, my fault. I clicked on the wrong guy. I was about to say, if he's an 80 overall center, but he was 73 overall, that's nuts. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm just making sure none of these guys would be, much better options at a different position. Doesn't appear so. But we only had 2 left tackles over there, so we should slide one of these guys over. Let's put the redshirt junior over there. There we go. So good depth. I mean, we'll continue to build that, but our front line right now is 80, 75, 73, 80, 79. Like, that's a pretty damn good offensive line. And once they train, they'll be even better than that, which is scary to think about, but that's awesome. Loving the offensive line. Looking real promising. Defensively, here we go. David Anderson, 76 overall. Doug Oth, that's quite a name, 72. A little low on numbers there. Here's all the numbers. They're at the right end position. I don't know why. Lloyd, captain, returning. Here's Regis, that transfer from Notre Dame, maybe? One of those schools. Too many to keep track of. 76 overall. We'll come back to that. He looks like he's a low 80 overall linebacker, which is pretty darn good. So we'll keep that in mind if we're looking a little thin over there. Here's our freshman, Caps, Gray, and then D'Angelo Burns, 69, 69, and 68. Let's slide one of them over to the other end spot. Or who was it? Gray here, I'm sorry. Keep clicking on the wrong dude. He goes up to a 73 defensive tackle, which is 4 overall points better than him as a defensive end. I might look to move him there because we're pretty old at that position. So I think I'm going to move this guy to defensive tackle, and he gets those overall points. Because we got enough defensive ends as it is, and we can just slide one of these guys over to that left end spot that he was at. There we go. We got 4 ends. 3 of them are freshmen. and then 4 of them over here, and they all have extra years of eligibility minus Anderson there. And we'll bring more in. That gives us a lot of numbers at D-tackle, but we have 3 seniors actually. So I think that's a good move to build that depth up there, and they get an overall boost as well, so it's the best version of themselves. But here's our D-tackle position. Gustweiler's a 81, Green's an 80. I think we brought a couple of these guys in last year during the portal cycle. Okay, outside linebacker. Yeah, not looking great, and that one guy that we moved could play outside linebacker. Here's Byron Pounds. Let's see if we can find him a place to play. He'd be an 80 outside linebacker, be a 79 defensive end. He'd be a 76 slot corner at 233. That's nuts. He'd also be a pretty good safety. So a couple different options. Can we move this guy anywhere? He could play some outside linebacker. Here's the freshman we brought in. Darius Duval is a 67 overall freshman, and then Tryon's a 66. So good numbers there. Good place to start. I'm thinking we could move Pounds over to left outside linebacker, and we got 3 pretty darn good linebackers. Okay, left backer, he'd be an 80 overall. Let's keep in mind the fact that he could be a very high-rated defensive end or safety, though, as well. I think he's a little bit too small to play defensive end every down, so I'd probably like him better at outside linebacker. That speed is berserk, though. 94, 93, that's just nuts. So across the board, 80, 88, and 79. Pretty darn good, and this guy had a really good end of the season here, Steven. That'd be a pretty good linebacker core to run a 4-3. Okay, secondary-wise, here's that transfer from Arkansas, 80 overall. We talked about him, but he's our top corner right off the jump. Definitely got to bring in some corners. We are very depleted at this position. Clay Stokely, though, was a gem. He comes in at 69 overall, 91, 90. That's more like it for a guy that's 5'10". Love that. Looks like he'll fit in well. So maybe move some guys over to corner if we have options. Here's our starting free safety. He's high enough overall. I don't think it's worth moving the Pounds back to safety when he's already 80 overall and played the position last year. So he's up there. Murphy looks like the guy that's going to be next up at free safety, so we won't bother to move him. We got some depth, though. We got Cano here, and then here's our freshman. Josh Casey's a 69 overall. Karoma's a 67 overall, and then McGinnis is 66. See if any of these guys could possibly play another position well. He'd be a 69 overall corner. What would that put him at? Yeah, depth piece. See if any of these guys could play corner. Nobody really viable there. Here's strong safety, Jason Helton, and then here's Marable, that transfer. They're in the same year of eligibility, so I wonder if we could. Yep, we could. We could move him to play cornerback. He'd be 76 overall, which might serve him better. Let's see how we're doing there. 76 overall will make him our number 2 corner. Intriguing. Then we'd lose some depth at strong safety. But maybe I can make it so, if there's an injury or something, that he could slide back. That's pretty darn good, though. 76 corner, he'd be a number 2 corner. And I thought Hakeem would be a little bit higher rated than this. He's only 64 overall. He was a gem prospect. I guess his development trait isn't very high, but we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to move one of these guys to strong safety, whoever ranks out the highest, 69. Let's move him over there. He's more experienced. We'll slide him over there, and then we're going to move Marable here to corner. And he's a lengthy guy, 6'0", 200, pretty big. Okay, so there's that. Now here's our corner position. 80, 76, 75, 72. Looks a lot better. I'm hoping that he trains too. If he transfers in, he should be a guy that gets the training bonus. There we go. All right. Let's find a place for him. So, 66 D tackle. I think I liked him at offensive line though, but damn, he's kind of rated pretty low there too. Okay, I guess we'll put him at D tackle. That's his best position. So I was hoping for a little bit better than that, but oh well. All right, training results. As for the guys that we had in the team last year that are back, our quarterback gets up to 78. Decent speed, really good agility. He's got 99 agility. So there's that. Running back, Hickson's up to 80 overall, 90, 89, 94 agility. East is up to 74. Our 1-2 punch might become a three-headed snake this year with the transfer coming in, Biggs. Nothing else really notable there. Receiver, Mulligan gets up to 78 overall, still got the same speed and stuff, but he must have improved a lot of his other attributes. I mean, his speed and excel are high enough. I mean, I'm totally fine with that. He's our number one guy. Coffey's right behind. He came in the same recruiting class as he did, and he's also got some good wheels and length there. 76 overall here for Galladay. Kind of slow though, but pretty good depth there, building it up. Mulligan's probably going to be like 80-something overall, 87, 88 when it's all said and done. Tight ends, still a little low, but kind of working with what we got. So here's offensive line. I feel like we had a higher overall left tackle there. They must not have boosted very much. Weird. But 79 left tackle, 81 left guard, 75 center. He was at like 73. He must not have gone up very much. 79 right guard and 81 right tackle. I guess they don't take as big of overall jumps as they used to in the old game because I thought that they would get up higher than they actually did. But notwithstanding, that's still a good offensive line. Everybody's high 70s except the center and then low 80s. So defensive end, 86, 77. I think we had some transfers and stuff on the other side at left end or right end, so not too worried about that. D-tackle's looking pretty good. 3 guys in the 80 overalls. Here's linebackers. A lot of high 70s. This guy, Steven, is already up to an 84 as a redshirt sophomore. Here's the corners. Pretty high 70s. Stockstill gets a couple boosts, point boost there, free. And our kicker took a pretty big jump. He was like 67 overall. He gets up to 72. The punter takes a big leap as well. He's up to 71. So here we go. Preseason, recruiting, and making the schedule. So UMass went 10-3 last year, 19th so far preseason. New Mexico, they ended up going 7-6. Maybe I was the problem. Bye week. Then Northwestern, they went 3-9, and then Mississippi State, who went 7-6 on the road. So pretty tough schedule. I think it's a pretty good schedule. Bye week, and then we get into conference play, which is really what matters. We haven't done well in non-conference historically. I don't think I've won a single, besides Vanderbilt and New Mexico, I don't think we've won a single non-conference game outside of that. So it's certainly been an adventure. All right, Darren Kane, let's get him going. All right, got a gem, 5'9", 96 speed, 89 acceleration, good agility, good change of direction. Certainly a guy that I want to get. So there we go. All right. Who's the next highest rated guy? We'll try Nick Van Ness. All right, not a gem, 6'3", love that. A little slow though. All right, he's a bust. Yeah, nope. Back out there. I do like Darren Kane. I want to bring in at least 2 corners I like. Why don't we try Uche down here? Also a gem. There we go. So 97 speed at 5'11", 85 excel. Yeah, I like both of these guys. Not very tall and lengthy, but they got good speed. Give him a scholarship. Boom. All right. I like both of them at corner. Okay, what else do we need to do? Offensive tackle, I know, is something we didn't do well enough last year. He's a JUCO, so he's out. These guys down here, let's check them out. All right. He looks okay. Probably not the best option. He's better than Mozzie, or however you say his name, Maze. All right, so no gems out of those 3. But I like these 2. So I'm going to give these 2 scholarships. 6'7", 295, and 6'4", 299. All right. 83 excel, 78 speed. A little slow. He's a bust. Yeah, he's no good. D-tackle's not a huge concern, but this guy's a 4-star, so we should scout him. He's got us in first as well. Yeah, I like him. 6'6", 291. Yep. This guy is top 650. Let's give him a look. Yeah, they're about the same. Both good players. All right, we'll give him a scholarship. And Sims a scholarship. Let's look at this offensive guard, though. He's top 1,000. His awareness is low, but his blocking numbers are pretty good. Ooh, this guy's a 4-star. Let's give him a look. 83 block sheds, nice. Good strength. He looks all right. 6'4", 281. Another 4-star. Also looks solid. I like strong, obviously. And who was the other one? Wasn't him. Him. Yep. Winton here. All right, 80 hours to go. We've hit D-end, corner. Anything else we really need to do? Quarterback's not a pressing need. Running back's not a pressing need. Wide receiver's not necessarily a pressing need. Tight end kind of is. Let's hit this tight end. 81 catching, 80 speed, 84. So he looks good. I like this guy. 6'4", 249. That's a good player right there. Did one of the guards. Didn't really like him that much. Let's check this one out. Bust. Bummer. Maybe scout the best receiver we got. How about this guy's 5'6". Severus Huntley. Let's see. 87, 86. At 5'6", you're going to be that slow? No. Just on that alone, I'll give him an offer. He looks good enough. I don't know why I didn't give him an offer the first time. Maybe just saving points. But there you go. There's our recruiting board. Overall-wise, we're at 84 overall. 84 offense, 85 defense. That might be the highest in the conference. It is. So we're the most talented team in the conference, which I thought we would be. So there you go. Again, like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys. I think Season 2 is going to be a fun one, and we'll get it rolling tomorrow. So catch you then.